Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2018. For your Wednesday, we're going to start off with clouds early this morning with a weak system that's offshore that's going to be pulling away, so we do expect clouds to give way to breaks of sun this afternoon, partly cloudy skies this afternoon in many locations, and it's going to be much warmer than it has been over the past couple of days. Actually, yesterday we expect about a 10-degree increase from what we saw in yesterday's highs, and that's going to be all preceding this next system, which is down in the gathering in the Tennessee Valley, and is going to be moving up toward our region. It'll come through during the overnight hours tonight, generally from the evening hours straight through the overnight period, maybe to just before dawn. So here is that little batch of rain coming through. Not a whole lot of rain, just some showers with this moving eastward, and that ends again primarily just before dawn on Thursday. And then we remain cloudy with just a stray shower during the day. I think it's just most places are just dry and cloudy during the day on Thursday. And here's later in the afternoon. You can see another batch of rain getting ready to move in with this short wave moving in from the west. That's going to come through Thursday night into Friday. So that's number two. This is actually along a cold front that's going to bring us rain in that Thursday night into Friday morning time frame. Before we get to that, let's get to the NAM high-res future simulated radar. We'll start this off at 7 p.m. and we have some light showers getting into, or light to moderate rain moving into State College at this point. This is all going to move eastward pretty quickly, and this is now mid-evening on Wednesday, so about 9 p.m. Here's 10. You can see most of the state of Pennsylvania is under the showers or rain showers here at this point. This is all too warm for any frozen precipitation, and this will continue. Here's midnight, here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and that's just about it. So by the time we get to 4 a.m., the map is now shown to be clear. So I do think this is a pre-dawn ending here for those showers. You wake up on Thursday morning, you should be dry or mostly dry in most areas. So that's that system. The next system, again, this is looking at Thursday evening. After having a cloudy or mostly cloudy day, we'll have this system move in from the west, and that's going to give us some more chances for rain in the overnight period on Thursday night into Friday morning. And I think this is mostly a Friday morning deal. Here's a look at Friday morning right here. You have this. You can see where this cold front is right here, associated with the low pressure. Here's the cold front back like this, and off to our west there's a big high pressure in here ready to move in behind it. It's going to clear this out pretty quickly, and this is also going to get some cold air to come in here behind this front, wrapping around that high pressure. So area low pressure that drives the cold front is up here. The cold front is situated back like this. It's going to be pushing off to the south, and this is going to be very important to set up what could happen over the weekend. Big changes in the modeling today. Big changes in the modeling today from what we saw yesterday's video showing a partly to mostly sunny weekend has now changed completely. Now, we did expect it to be colder on Saturday behind this cold front. Okay, so here's that cold front that drops down. This is looking at Friday evening. Now, before I go any further, I want to bring this out to a wider perspective, because we have the cold front moving through. Here is the high pressure moving behind it that's going to push this cold front off to the south and bring the colder air in from the northwest. I'm going to back this out a little bit to give you a wider view. This is the same image. We're just looking at this in Saturday evening. So the cold front is, again, the area low pressure driving this back here. Here's your cold front going all the way across the country like this. Here's your cold front. Here's that high pressure that's about to move in that I was just showing on the previous map. Take notice this little area right down here. This little disturbance here in southern New Mexico, southeastern Arizona, western Texas. This is what's going to ride this boundary. Once this boundary sets up shop just south of us and move up in this direction. This is kind of the train tracks where it's going to follow right up in this area. You also have a northern stream disturbance that's going to dive into this and help to maybe amplify it a little bit, give it a little more extra kick so it's not just a weak wave. All right, so that's something we're going to be watching over the next couple of days to see how that interacts, whether this is just a flat, weak wave moving along the boundary and you get very little in the way of precipitation, which would likely be in the form of snow, at least in the interior areas northwest of I-95. But you know, if this is a little bit more amped, it has a little more juice to it, you can get snow a little bit further southeast of I-95 as well. So we just have to wait and see how this works out. But before this had this system moving aimlessly off the Carolina coastline and staying out to sea. Now it's trying to ride this boundary northeastward. So in the coming frames, this becomes its own, even though you can't really see the front here because there's no precipitation anymore with it, this system is still riding that boundary northeastward. And you can see that right here, and then it makes a beeline toward our area. So we're going to go back over to the models here, the closer up image, and move this forward. This is what the European model did today. Now, I don't have the updated one that went overnight because this is recorded just before midnight, so the new run doesn't come out until about 1:30, and I won't be around for that. So this is a look at Saturday morning, and then here is Saturday afternoon and evening. You have the system moving up over the east, sets up over eastern Tennessee. Surface low pressure right here, and it's going to continue off like this. Okay. All this precipitation on the northwest side. Now, this is a little bit more amped than some other than the GFS is, but it does give the idea that you have a quick hitting batch of snow that could come down heavy at times, and that would be overnight Saturday night, right when it's at the time of the day when it's colder. Now, it's going to be colder to begin with because that cold front moved through on Friday, so you have cold air in place on Saturday. Its highs are going to be in the mid-30s. Some places down by Philadelphia might be here in the upper 30s near 40. That's during the day. If this comes in later in the day or at night, this can definitely fall in the form of snow. And then this continues off to the northeast and brings a quick hitting shot of moderate to heavy snow. So you can get easily out of this situation a 3 to 6, 4 to 8 inch snowfall. Not out of the possibility. If this were to work out this way. Will it work out that way? We don't know yet. Okay, and it's quick hitting in and out. So this is early Sunday morning. This thing's pulling away. Clouds give way to sun. Here's high pressure moving in behind it. So that's in and out. And it will be moving fast. We know that. Okay, here's a different perspective. Here's the GFS that just ran. This is the newest run of the GFS, the overnight run. And here is a look at Saturday evening. You have snow moving in from the southwest. And then the very next frame, you got the quick hitting snow, moderate snow, maybe even a little burst of heavy snow. But look at southeast of around Philadelphia and point southeast. This is I-95, the I-95 corridor and point southeast. It's showing rain. Okay, that's also a very distinct possibility because of the boundary layer temperatures. But if this is coming in overnight, if it's heavy enough, you can get that line to move a little bit further south. But the idea is this is now showing accumulating snowfall, not mostly sunny skies on Saturday. Big deal, or big difference. Okay, so just something to keep in mind. Keep in the back of your mind right now. This is not a lock by any means. This thing could end up moving further northwest and giving most of us rain, or it can move further south like it has been for the last couple of days up until today and give you less or nothing. So we're still in that window where we're in that cone of uncertainty right now, where we don't know what's exactly going to transpire. So we're just going to monitor this, and of course the first call won't come until Thursday afternoon. So we're still ways away from this yet, even though it's Saturday. We're still a couple days to look at this and discuss privately in the premium forum like we have been doing all winter. After this point, it is going to warm up on Sunday. High pressure moves in, and we're going to mostly sunny skies here on Sunday, but temperatures are going to moderate quite a bit, and then quite a bit more here by Monday. We get the southwest flow coming in again, and it could be a warm front moving through on Monday with a few showers. And that lifts north of the region, and we get really warm as the high pressure off this very familiar, really warm as we get that high pressure moving off the coast, and we get the temperatures on Tuesday. They're going to jump up to challenge the 60-degree mark again. So even if this does hit, it's a perfect thread the needle situation where you're timing the cold air just right. The very transient cold shot that we talked about happening right behind this cold front in the Friday-Saturday time frame. Friday's still going to be warm because the cold front's still moving through. But then Friday night turns colder, Saturday's colder, Saturday night's colder. Okay, so you're having the system coming in right at the right time if it does in fact do that, and you couldn't get it accumulating snowfall across the region. So we will continue to monitor it, and we will update as needed. But right now, just keep this fresh on your mind, because this could end up being a snow event for at least parts of the region. We don't know where yet or how much. Or even if this will be all snow as indicated like this shows on this model in particular. But we will monitor the next couple days, and first call, if necessary, will come on Thursday afternoon. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is your outlook for February 14th, 2018. Have a great Wednesday.